Hi guys, it's me, Skylar Capri, and today we're talking about the 3 brand new everyday luxuries that Bath & Body Works dropped as online exclusives. There's a lot of talk about this from an exclusivity perspective, some of the fragrances being sold out, the products just coming in the minis. We have a lot to talk about from a scent perspective, as well as just the future of the everyday luxuries collection. So I wanted to hop on here and make a video about it. That said, if you're returning to my channel, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. We do all things body care on my channel, so if that sounds like something interesting to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's dive right on into the video. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna sit on this side of the screen and put some images up right here. Now, regarding these 3 fragrances, we will talk about the scent notes as well as what they are a rumored dupe for, but there were 2 aspects of this launch that I wanted to touch on real quickly, as this is becoming more of a trend at Bath & Body Works. The first is that all 3 of these fragrances were released as online exclusives, and this is something we're starting to see more and more with new Bath & Body Works fragrances. I've been very vocal about not liking online exclusive items because 1, you have to pay for the shipping, and 2, you are blind buying the item essentially. And I think it really only makes sense for those products that come out all the time or are revolving door products, such as something like a cucumber melon. The majority of people that shop at Bath & Body Works are familiar with that one. If they like it, they're able to order online, but it's not taking up space in the actual physical stores. However, when you have a brand new item, you're really just removing the entire experience of going into the store, smelling the item, testing it out on yourself, and especially when you do have an everyday luxuries drop. The entire design is that the everyday luxury fragrances at Bath & Body Works are just dupes for more high-end fragrances. So that's a big part of the fun of going into the store, smelling these fragrances, and trying to guess what high-end fragrance they are a dupe for. And by placing these as online exclusives, it really just removes that entire experience. Now, I don't know if we're going to see more online exclusives specifically for new everyday luxury fragrances, but this is definitely not something new that Bath & Body Works has been testing out with just their general new fragrances. This is something that we even saw last year starting for holiday of 2025. So the Mrs. Claus's Cocktail brand new fragrance just released as an online exclusive. Then we also had the Dollhood perfume only released in the perfume format. That released as an online exclusive. Carrot Charm released as an online exclusive, and then these 3 released as an online exclusive. So I think it's enough to start tracking a pattern for, but I can't really say what we're going to be able to expect for the future of these releases, but definitely something I wanted to note. Now, the second thing I wanted to note, and we see this sometimes with more of those accessories or collectibles, but very rarely with the actual body care. And if you noticed while you were shopping for the body care items, it did say that they were limited edition. Now, I really don't like this because for me, as I was saying before, my camera totally just died on me. Limited edition to me really just invokes panic buying, and especially as these are body care items which are meant to be used and enjoyed, not just something for decoration or to sit on a shelf. I really don't like seeing that limited edition sticker. Because all 3 of these products did release as only the travel size fine fragrance mist, another thing to note was that they weren't on sale. They're not exactly the dollar per ounce for the best bang for your buck or the best deal, and even if you bought all 3, they wouldn't even be eligible for free shipping. But by putting that limited edition sticker, definitely a way to get people to buy, and not something that I'm a fan of. Now, diving into some of the fragrances across the board, these do sound interesting and things that I would be interested in trying in the store. So I am curious to see if they will expand this product range. They were maybe just testing it online, and we'll see it show up in stores in a more expanded product range pretty soon. The first fragrance we had is VIPear, and this one has notes of bright freesia, amber woods, and fresh pear. Now, I won't lie, as soon as I saw this one, I immediately thought of the Jo Malone English Pear in Freesia. I was like, okay, you have the freesia, you have that woods, kind of sandalwood note, and then you have the fresh pear note as well. But as I've been watching a bunch of videos on this, a lot of people were saying it actually doesn't smell like the Jo Malone one. Instead, it smells like Versace's Dylan Purple. Now, the Versace Dylan Purple has top notes. It says bitter orange, Italy or Pure, Pear Juice Accord, and Bergamot, with the heart notes of Purple Freesia, Pomerose, and I'm not even going to try on that third fragrance. And then the base note has notes such as cedarwood. So you're definitely getting the pear, the freesia, and the woods note that you are getting in that VIPear. But I honestly really thought this one was going to be the Jo Malone one, but people are saying it's more so like that Versace. Again, I have not smelled these, so I'd really like to go in store and smell them. But if you were planning to order online, I want to give you guys all the research that I was able to source by looking across different creators. Now, the next fragrance we have is going to be Oh My Rhubarb, and I believe at the time of me filming this video, this one is out of stock. This one has notes of wild strawberry, rhubarb jam, and soft musks, and this is being really heavily compared to Juice by Commodity. I want to say this is the only fragrance that I saw people comparing this one to, so it seems like it's a pretty unanimous comparison. But if you're unfamiliar with Juice by Commodity, it's available at Sephora, and it says a sparkling interpretation of juice that showcases the lighter side of ripe red fruits. Strawberry, rhubarb, and raspberry pulp are stirred into transparency with ethereal amberwood and fresh violet leaf. Definitely you can see between the strawberry, the rhubarb jam, and the soft musks, a lot of overlap in the fragrance notes. So I think this one, again, would be interesting to try. However, being that online exclusive, I'm not going to blind buy this, especially when it's not on sale. The next one and the last one we have is going to be Name in Lights. I will be honest, when I saw this on the website, for a brief moment, because of the packaging color, I did think they maybe brought Viva Vanilla back, but this is actually a bit of a deeper kind of khaki tan color, and Name in Lights has notes of soft sandalwood, creamy jasmine blooms, and mango. Again, I think like the Oh My Rhubarb, at the time you're seeing this video, it will be sold out as well, but people are comparing this one to Fame by Paco Rabanne, and that one has top notes of incense, middle notes of succulent mango, and base notes of bright jasmine. So really across the board, you're seeing a lot of one-for-one similarities with these fragrances and what they're supposedly a high-end dupe for. I feel like sometimes we do have to guess a little bit more. They're a little bit more discreet, but I feel like this round we definitely saw more of those perfect matches. Like I said, these are online exclusives. They were limited edition, and I have no idea what the plan is for these. If they plan to roll them out into the store, if they plan to keep them as online exclusives, but maybe restock or expand the product range. But I definitely think it's something important to take note of, because I'm not sure if we're going to start seeing more online exclusives and more limited edition drops in the future. Now, hopefully not. I mean, I understand why they do it from a marketing perspective. It definitely gets people to buy, but at the same time, I think you're starting to remove a lot of the experience of going into the store just by making it an online exclusive anyways. And I always prefer to try out my fragrances in the store, because there are definitely times where I've thought I was gonna love a fragrance and then I went in and it just smelled awful on me. So I definitely appreciate the in-store experience. But you guys, I know there were a lot of thoughts there. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this collection, how it was released, the scent notes, if you ended up picking up any of the items. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, found it helpful, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys!